I believe Edith King has work for us.
Where's that addle-pated hick when I need him? Not you, sir.
Good day, madam.
Good day to you, Banisher. What can I do for you?
Is all well, Miss Keen?
All is well indeed, sir. In fact, a miracle has happened. With the beast dead, my garden has at last begun to grow. With work and luck and God's good grace, we'll end up with a harvest. Though I confess I find the work more tiring than usual.
That's because she's haunted.
Thank you for sharing so frankly, Miss Keen. But the reason I ask is... it's delicate. I think you're likely haunted.
No, that's just my twin brother. I can't get rid of him because we're family. Oh, wait, you're serious? Haunted? Who'd haunt the likes of me?
Where is your brother?
He went for a walk in the woods. Oh no. My brother, Daniel. My brother Daniel went for a walk in the woods.
So Daniel Keen went missing in the woods, and Edith here is only getting worried now.
How long has your brother been missing? And where might he be?
You worry me, sir. With the beast gone, Daniel dared to walk the woods. I did not. Who knows what still lurks out there? I swear at times I hear voices rippling in the trees. Please, would you find him?
Better late than never, I guess.
I'll look into it. First, I'll need to have a look around here.
Please do.
I must go.
Find my brother. Please.
Ghostly voices stain this meagre crop, but at least it's growing.
From the desert, by our hands, the Lord has made a garden.
Look, a chest.
Well, open it, Job and all.
Is it a map? Could it be a treasure map?
Let me see. Give it here.
So, a treasure map.
Did Daniel go treasure hunting alone?
It's rotten, all of it. Can't eat that.
The devil has wrought his evil here. Well, what have you heard?
So, you found a map?
A map, sir?
Yes. In the chest you dug up with your brother. That map.
How do you know that?
Banisher. Knowing things is part of the job.
This is improper. Even indecent. It was just a stupid old map. I told Daniel to leave it be.
Where did it lead?
I don't remember. There was something about the bridge on the Boston Road. I paid it no mind.
The bridge is down. How did he cross it?
I must go.
I will wait for you here.
The bridge on the Boston Road.
There'll be a waterfall somewhere not far away. Possession incoming.
Lost, won't you?
Watch out. We made it out.
The bridge is down. You can't have crossed.
There. A path leads downwards. This isn't over yet. Watch out. Spectre possession.
There's more of. He likes us much. They're going into the mines.
Only one way to find out.
This place has been ransacked.
Our Mr. Keen, no doubt. When Daniel goes treasure hunting, he... love doing that.
A key might be useful. Someone recently raided these chests.
Looks like Daniel leaves no stone unturned.
Traps. Deliberately sprung.
That was clever of him. Off you go then.
Greed makes for poor choices. I had a friend, Jenks, we called him. Good man. Collecting dues for an insurance company.
A postman for the blackmail, as it were.
Aye, but Jenks stole the money.
I suspect Jenks' story does not quite end there.
Stabbed in the back and dumped in an alley. Still, he died rich.
Footprints. Too deep to miss.
They're a little old, but I'm guessing Daniel Keane.
none of it.
Away with you!
Whatever's down there, I hope it's worth the trip. He went down there.
Oh, shelter with a damp and itchy straw bed. Just how I like it.
Red, come see this. Standing by.
Think I used to count my wolf kills on one hand. The wolves didn't leave much of him.
He wanted the treasure so badly it killed him.
Why set out alone? He knew the woods were dangerous.
Let's find his tie and ask him.
Here's the map.
Dare not touch what's mine! Who are you?
Antea Duarte. This is my partner.
I'm Red McCraith, Daniel. We met.
My sister sent a banisher. Of course. Tell that harpy the treasure is mine.
Why blame your sister? What does she have to do with this?
This is all her doing. In her envy, she coveted the treasure. I saw it in her eyes. I knew not when the double cross was coming, but I knew it was on its way. So I retaliated first. I crossed her, and the treasure is mine. The treasure is mine.
Why would you not share it?
I was fair willing to share, but she would not listen to reason. She wanted to use the money to leave. She was wrong. This is where we should be. This is the future. The beast is dead, and the curse is lifted. Life here gets better, and will get better yet. We can make our fortunes here.
You decided to claim the treasure and force the issue.
If I held the money, she'd have no choice but to see sense. But no. I'm dead, and her envy has left her poorer than ever.
Did you dig all these holes?
Aye, I did. and I'd have dug and dug till I'd found the treasure. Wolves came, and I fought them off. Some was theirs, and most was mine, but those soaked in blood I kept digging. The cold came, and I kept digging. Exhaustion came, and I kept digging. And then, cold and weary to my bones, the blood pooling in my boots, I could dig no more. I closed my eyes.
You dug your own grave. Why would you do that?
You ever been poor? Have you broken your back in the fields only to starve when the crop fails? I have, and did not like it. Why should I not eat fine food and wear fine clothes and pay other men to do my work? Why not I? I died for a life worth living, and I'd do it again if it meant my sister Edith would never have the treasure.
Your sister was worried and asked Red to find you.
That snake? Ha! Don't let her fool you. She slips and slides and hides her sin. She has a talent for it.
Do you not get along then?
Not now, not then. If she had listened, I would not have died.
Was it she who sent you out into the woods?
As good as, or I'm not Daniel King. And now I'm dead, and she is not. And she must think that she has won.
What sin does she hide?
Envy. She covets. As a child, she'd steal. A dolly from a cradle, an apple from a bowl, a cake from off the sill. What she wants, she takes. What she can't, she breaks. But she always dodges the blame. In our mother's belly, someone kicked, and I were born bruised purple. But Edith smiled and laughed, and no one thought to wonder was she bad.
Time we went.
Don't listen to Edith. She lies with every breath. Banisher, do not be fooled, for the woman is a snake.
Well, what have you heard?
I found him.
Oh my. Where is he?
Tell her straight.
We found his body.
No. No. It can't be.
I don't think she knew.
Oh, God. Poor Daniel. How did it happen?
He was attacked by wolves. I need to know exactly what happened between you two.
Nothing. We did argue at times, but siblings argue, don't they?
Aye. It doesn't normally lead to killing unless there's a lot of money involved. What did you argue about?
What didn't we argue about? That foolish, obstinate man.
Daniel's ghost haunts you now.
Me? How am I to blame?
That's interesting. I didn't say you were to blame.
I mean, why haunt me if he does not blame me?
Well, there are other reasons for a haunting. But his is all about the treasure. He won't let you have it.
I should have bloody known.
I need to go in your house and look through his things. Do you mind?
Since when did what I mind matter a moment around here? Do what you must.
Look at you, playing the role of the worried sister.
Between digging up gold and digging up worms, I know which I'd choose.
Neither seems to have made them rich. They came prepared. Not prepared enough, it seems.
Memories from the past linger nearby. Now the past is mine to see.
It's perfect. He'll never tell the difference. You won't cross me, dear brother. Not me.
She knew he'd steal the map, so she made a fake.
He died because she tricked him. I wonder what she'll say when we tell her.
Well, you've looked through our things, such as they are, and I'll warrant you've learned nothing.
Well, I do have more questions. You're very helpful, friendly and amenable. Is it an act?
I don't understand. Why would you ask such a thing?
I know about your forged map. I know you know why Daniel is missing.
How do... Banisher thing, huh? That old fool's greed got him killed, not me.
Truly does she love him so?
Don't you feel at least a little guilty?
No, not a little, not in the least, not at all.
I said I'd help you. I keep my word. I'm afraid you must face your brother one last time. Daniel, it's time. Your sister's here. Show yourself.
You'll not have it. You hear me? The treasure is mine.
I see you, Dan. I see your ghost. And you're still mean. The Banisher will see to you.
You fool no one, you gold-grubbing harpy.
Oh, not even death could give you manners.
Enough! Both of you. I'll have the truth now, if you please. And then I shall decide. I saw your map, Daniel. You were hunting treasure.
There's gold out there, and I would stake my claim. This country would have made us rich.
Fool. There's nothing here but sticks and stones and mud and rot.
At least I was trying to get us out of it, instead of running away and abandoning everything like a coward, like him.
Don't you dare say one more word. I'm not like our father.
I saw your letter, Edith. You plan to return to Yorkshire.
Look around you. This country is cursed. It'll never come to nothing. Life were hard in Yorkshire too, but it were home. And the land there is not cursed.
You don't want to go home. You don't want to go back to our old life. You want to go back and buy a large holding and be important.
Edith, you faked a map and fooled your brother. This is how that ended.
You did what?
I had no choice. I couldn't trust you. And I were right.
You'll not have the treasure, you snake!
Nor will you now that you're dead. You'll not squander it on cursed land like a rustic fool. We'd have been better off in England. You know it, but you would not listen.
That choice was not yours to make!
Driven by greed, you went after the treasure alone. You double-crossed your sister.
Bastard!
Snake!
Black-hearted blackguard!
Say that again, you ramp!
Quiet, the both of you.
This family has 2 black sheep and they're both utter pains in the arse.
The truth is told. Decision time.
Edith and Daniel Keene, your rivalry and greed caused this tragedy. Edith will never claim the treasure. Daniel, your demands are satisfied, and you may go.
Is this the end?
An end, and a new beginning.
To a new beginning.
To a new beginning. Cheers. You have been here.
You did right, Banisher.
What are you doing here? I don't believe it. You're back. Why?
Good day to you too, Thick-Skin. How do things stand since last I saw you?
Would it please you to hear all is well and you are the author of it? Well, all is not well, and yes, you are the author of it. Kate is gone.
Where? Why?
We had an argument. Harsh words were spoken. She left for the woods. I would have you bring her back. I don't have time to go chasing after her.
What makes you think I do?
You will do me this favour. After all, the situation is at least in part your fault.
My fault? If your bond with your sister is broken, I suggest you look closer to home.
All was well with us before you came, Banisher, and now it is not. Folk worry. I must settle them with Kate's return.
They still don't know what you did, do they?
She's probably gone to the hunting lodge she likes to spend time in, near the road to Boston. Find her, bring her to her senses, then send her back here. Send her home.
Do you know anything about Kate and a certain Grace?
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Why'd you ask?
I found a letter, an old one, addressed to Grace, but mentioning Kate. It'd help to know who she is.
I can't help you, and if I could help you, I wouldn't. After all that has happened, Kate's tale is hers to tell, and hers alone.
Deborah Comenius wrote the letter.
All the more reason to direct you to me sister.
All right, then. One last question. Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
Seeker, you say? Now this I can answer. I've never heard that name in my whole life.
Well then, I'll be leaving. Okay, even listen to me.
Let's talk to her and find out.
Kate, where is she? It's more serious than thick-skinned knew.
Maybe there's still time, if we make for the bridge to Boston.
Good day to you, sir. I'm Red McCraith. I'm the Banisher.
You ass. A camp. Recent. Kate's, maybe.
Wolfpack. No blood, though.
She did drop her notebook.
She writes really well. There's emotion in every word. I'm jealous. Writing's good when you struggle to express your feelings.
Red McWraith, you express altogether too many feelings already.
Aye, but you like that about me. Right, let's find Kate and get her talking. Did she leave without supplies?
If she did, she can't have gone far. She's here.
What are you doing here? How did you find me?
Thickskin said I might find you here when she sent me looking.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
We've not spoken of the beast, you and I. What's your feeling about that day?
The beast. Terror. You? A sick fascination. In service of the dead, you chisel old sins from the hearts of the living.
To help the living, we must know who haunts them. To help the dead, we must know why.
There's no help for the dead. Those poor souls. My sister did for them. May she soon join them.
Deborah was part of the beast. She came for you.
Please, don't.
I'm sorry to insist, but I need answers.
No, I won't speak of her.
Perhaps now is not the time.
The beast is tied into the nightmare. I must know how.
I know nothing of this.
You fled the nightmare in New Eden Town. The same nightmare killed the woman I love. You must know something.
I am sorry for your loss. Truly. I believe what you say and I'd help you readily. But I know nothing of the nightmare. I'm a simple woman. I have failings. I lacked courage when I needed it. But that is my only crime.
I found your journal, Kate. Stop lying to yourself.
How dare you?
I dare, because you care. Come on, say it. Get it out.
I'm afraid to.
It'll be all right. I promise.
I don't want to care. I don't want to care for them. I don't want to care for Thickskin.
Aye, but you do. And you can. As long as you care for yourself, first of all, so... What's it to be?
I'll go. When I'm ready, I'll return. But she will step down. further, and you may tell her this. I do not care to keep her secret. Not no more.
All right. I'll tell her it. All of it.
Why won't you leave me alone?
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll help you if I can.
So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You're tenacious, I'll give you that. But must you push so?
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
Pennington had a daughter, and you knew her.
I knew her, but not well. Deborah had her in the school and spoke of her from time to time. Shy as a porcupine and twice as prickly, as I recall.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done.
One more question. Did the school teacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods. Trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
So, what news?
I'm short of news.
What's your plan?
When I'm ready, I'll return to camp.
Will you leave soon?
Don't push me.
Young Kate Newsmith, all grown up.
I'm sure she'll do just fine.
Who will do just fine?
You will, Kate Newsmith. You will do just fine. No news from camp?
I pay no mind. But I hear Jacob Lind has returned from the wild.
Surprised?
Hearing him amongst people surprises me. Hearing he thinks he's a wolf surprises me less.
Goodbye, Kate. And be careful.
Just our luck that when we need Seeker the most, she disappears.
I still don't understand why the ritual failed.
Let's just find the hut.
Have you found her?
Did Thickskin merit her second chance? We're about to find out.
Kate is safe. She's agreed to come back to the camp. On one condition. You must cede your post.
So that's what it'll take.
She also wants the story told. People must know the truth.
What truth?
The truth about why the second group died in the woods. That truth.
Kate can tell whatever stories she wishes. I care not what people think of me. But all the same, I'll thank you for my sister's safe return.
What's your plan now, if you have one?
I'll pack me things, go into the wild, alone. Better that way, for me, for everyone.
Alone?
Aye, I'm better alone. I survive, Banisher. That's what I do. I survive.
Goodbye, Thickskin.
That woman remains a mystery to me. She worries so about her sister, yet sent scores of people to die.
Aye. 'Tis a mystery to me, too.
Folk look well. Maybe they'll settle here.
Are you still here?
Oh, why, you're welcome. It's an honour to help you out. No thanks necessary.
Spare me your humour, soldier.
I happened upon this, a package for the garrison. The messenger didn't make it, sad to say, but I'm happy to deliver.
At last, the long-awaited payroll, just as Fairfax promised. Morale may improve yet.
Sad to say there's no payroll. It's just a bundle of letters. I suspect the money was stolen.
Maybe we were wrong to give it away.
Ah, for shame. I should not be surprised. Thank you, all the same, for the delivery. Perhaps the post shall offer some comfort.
What do you know of a young woman named Grace?
I don't know where you heard that name, Banisher. But you should not say it again.
It's important, else I wouldn't ask.
I owe you, Banisher. And I believe your word is good, but I cannot help you.
I read the name on a letter. It was a very interesting missive. I don't know what went on between you two, but she really hates you.
And what would you have had me do? Abandon my duty as a father? Allow her to stray from the safety of her people? Away from God? Away from me? She wished me to bend. But in this world, those who bend must inevitably break. I stood, stout and firm.
The letter told quite the tale. I'd like to hear your side of it.
I have heard tell, sir, of the contumacious Scots, and I did not hear wrong. For you are indeed relentlessly, perversely, bloody-mindedly obstinate.
The letter was clear. You're to blame for what happened to her.
She has no one to blame but herself. I tried to prevent it. She would not listen. I hurt her. That, sir, is laughable. I worked hard to make up for her mistakes, so she would not pay the price for them.
Whatever you did seems to have made things worse.
I stood firm. That, sir, is what must be done, and that, sir, is what I do. I stand firm.
Why the mystery?
A stubborn and difficult child. Always quick to disobey. Especially when the orders were mine. Never understood her antagonism or hostility. A sheer bloody-minded antipathy. She didn't get it from her mother. Now I have no daughter, and it is all the better for all concerned.
Want to tell me what happened?
If you must know it, I sent her away. I exiled her.
Why? Why would you do that?
She left me with no choice. I caught her in an act of sin. I caught her reading, studying. Witchcraft, sir. I caught her studying witchcraft. There was a book. I don't know where it came from, and damned if I could get rid of it, but she would not put it down. Not even after I forbade it.
Now, why does Lammy Haskell suddenly spring to mind? And Deborah, too.
Is this how you love a daughter? By sending her into exile? By visiting gross injustice upon her innocent teacher?
I saved my daughter's life.
If I came to learn your daughter survived, if I knew where she was...
No, I'd have nothing to say to her. For me and all who know me, Grace Pennington is long dead. You wanted answers. Now you have them. And there are no more.
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here? Can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker? Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home? Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am. Fine wardrobe, the youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye, fair enough.
But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Seeker drew this. Wait, we've seen this before. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Aye, sure.
We can do better. What can I do for you?
We found a page ripped from a book. Here, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later, the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down, and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my true pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh, my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defence, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park. Comparatively speaking.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
I'd speak of past mistakes, and how they show you the way to a better future.
That might just work. Thank you!
We saw the pyre. We saw the burned books. What's going on here, Lamentation Haskell?
Nothing's going on here. Not really. All right. Folk despair. They've lost trust in my father. They finished the meeting house, but... well, people talk and foolish people shout. In their wisdom, the flock decided that we were heretics, or worse. They took down the wards, burned our books, and then set fire to our house.
They're afraid. Can you blame them?
No, it was inevitable. If anything, I blame myself for failing to see it coming. Without the wards, the situation worsens, and folk blame my father.
Would they be wrong?
Right or wrong, spectres walk once more, and we need the services of a banisher. Or two. If you can bring people peace, I doubt they'll be grateful. But I shall.
We've closed a couple of haunting cases. That might help.
My father shall be pleased. Thank you. We put much faith in you, and every time you prove us right. Perhaps you'd have time to help me with my speech. 'Tis almost written. I need an ending, a high note on which to finish. I was thinking of talking about... you. Would you permit it?
People don't always trust Banishers. Perhaps speak of courage. The spark of fire in their souls.
That could work, yes. With the added spice of your profound wisdom, I believe this speech will help restore the company to peace and temperance.
Who ordered the books burned?
I don't know. Does it matter? It was chaos. I brought my father to safety out of their sight. When I came back the next day, it was like nothing had happened. The pyre was cooling. All my ghosts' wards were destroyed. No one said a word. Funny thing is, they did not find the books I'd already borrowed from my father's shelves. If they had, I'd now be dead.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her.